A very good afternoon, a very good evening, a very good morning. Is it somewhere morning? I'm not so sure. We will see. Let me just move a little bit closer and let's wait for some people to arrive. And there are some. So that's nice. Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome to the Reiki Revolution Live. Another edition. And today we'll be looking at two things: at the crazy world and how to keep our spiritual connection in this world. But let's just wait a little bit longer until everybody has arrived. As you can see, it is actually really warm here. I'm inside at the moment in California, and everything seems very I'm glowing from the heat here. So yes, so with this, a few more people coming on. This is wonderful. Hello. Wonderful seeing you here. Wonderful seeing some of my Reiki Master students here. This is really, really nice to reconnect, to be in this space together, to make some more sense of the world, and to find some more ways how to keep sane, how to follow our spiritual path, our spiritual calling, our true self, and do that despite of what's going on in the world. When I sit here, I sometimes just feel inside, and when I do that, I feel a higher connection. And this is just something extraordinary, just to know I am connected. And of course, the question is, what are we connected to? Is that I'm here and there is something else? This is one way of looking at it. Or is it, well, part of who I am? Am I naturally connected? And is it not only a connection, but our being? And that would, of course, mean that we are much more than we think, much more than we realize and we identify in our everyday life. So I often say the journey of Reiki, or the journey of becoming a Reiki master and or a deeply connected Reiki practitioner, is not about practicing Reiki, it's not about doing Reiki, it's not about connecting with Reiki, but it's ultimately about becoming Reiki. And it does not mean that Reiki is taking over, but it ultimately realized there is no need to connect to Reiki because we are already connected. We are these higher vibrational levels. We have them inside of us. And all we need to do is to raise our vibrations to this level, to constantly have that in our awareness and in our mind. So this is basically what it's all about today, to find a few techniques and to explore a few ways to really feel this very deep connection. And what makes it so difficult is that we are not sitting in a cave somewhere in the Himalayas. We are not on a spiritual retreat at present. We are in our normal, in our very crazy life. And sometimes the life gets so crazy when we look at the news, when we just go out, when we go outside, when we walk on the streets, when we go to the supermarket, we just sense the anger. We sense the frustration. We sense the despair of people. And how can that not affect us? Of course it does, because we are naturally affected simply by what's happening around. And of course we can rise above. But to a certain degree, we can't, because we feel the suffering. We feel the anger of other people, and we feel with them. And of course, quite frankly, when we look inside, when we feel inside, isn't there a lot of anger as well? Isn't there a lot of frustration? I cannot say I am free from anger. And when I see what's going on in the world, in politics, in different countries, when I see the discrepancy between what often happens in politics and what society, what people really need, then, well, I mean, it's normal to get angry. But of course, the anger doesn't help. So we can use that as a nudge to engage, to change something, to vote differently, to vote at all, to just do whatever we can for society, for people around us. But we, of course, also need this inner strength and balance that comes from this connection to higher vibrational levels, this connection to the spirit realm, where everything is high vibrational, where everything is pure potential, where everything can change, and realize that we have this power. We are a three-dimensional version of a spiritual being, but of course we are still a spiritual being. And what I often do is I just take a breath, and I just take a deep breath and I hold it for a moment and become aware of my spiritual connection. And then I just gently breathe out again. And would like to invite you to just do that for a moment. When you're ready, just take a deep breath. Hold your breath for a moment and just become aware. And then slowly breathe out. I already feel this changes a lot. We hold on for a moment. We are focusing on the breath. That means we are checking out of our engagement with everything around us. And often in spiritual traditions, the breath is seen as the bridge between ourself and our higher self, between the body and the mind. So just taking a deep breath, holding it and becoming aware, just holding, pausing for a moment, and then letting go already does such a great job. Let's just do that again. Just take a deep breath in, hold the breath for a moment, and then slowly breathe out. And of course, we can intensify that with Reiki. So I would like to ask you to connect to Reiki for a moment. And when you're ready, again, take a deep breath in, but this time focusing on Reiki. Hold the breath and become aware of Reiki, of the energy. And then slowly breathe out again. It's such a shift suddenly, and it immediately raises our vibrations. It's not just because we open up to the connection to Reiki, it is because in this moment we are becoming Reiki. We are breathing in and we are just feeling it. We can even go one step further. Being connected to Reiki just once more. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then on the out breath, expand Reiki into your body. It really is a technique, Joshin Kokyoho, this deep abdominal breathing that we can use for it, but it can often be really stripped down and made so much simpler. And we can go this one step further. Just again, take a deep breath in, hold your breath and become aware of the energy. And on your out breath, expand Reiki into your body and into your energy field. And suddenly we feel safe. we feel protected, we feel connected, and we have immediately raised our vibrations to a point that we will now act and react differently. What I often do is another exercise that helps me to become aware and to identify with the different vibration levels we are operating on. Of course, we are complex, highly complicated beings. And as soon as we talk to another human being, we realize how complex we are or how complex they are. But the complexity, the challenges that other people pose are, of course, just in a way a reflection of the inner challenges that we have, the inner struggles that we have, the complexity. And the complexity already arises from the core of our fabric. We are living, we are existing on different vibrational levels at the same time. Of course, there is the level of form, the level of our body, the physical plane, and we need to look after our body, and we need to eat, we need to drink, we need to function properly, we need a roof above our head. So all this, and we need to really be in our body for the body to function. Often this is called grounding. So we need to ground ourselves and really feel our connection with the earth. And of course, normally it's our feet that are on the earth. So first, I tend to focus on my feet and on being in a body. But then, of course, we are more. We have these thoughts. We've got ideas. We are creative. We have intuition and guidance. We have higher vibration levels that we are capable of, that we are connecting to, that we are also carrying inside. We just need to open up to them. And often they are connected with the third eye, our like opening chakra for intuition. So I then focus on this. And of course, we are not just individual, unconnected, separate, singular existences. We are connected. We are connected to everyone. And we feel this connection in our heart, and we can make this connection from our heart or open up to this connection. So this is what I'm opening up to then. And finally, our realization that we are a spiritual being, our true self, our divine self, our ever existing and everlasting connection with the highest power in the universe, the truth, the origin, God, whatever we want to call it. And for me, this is very much represented in the crown chakra. So I would like to do this little exercise that I so often do, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, and I find it just so helpful to just open up to these different vibrational levels that simultaneously we are existing on. We often focus just on one, but to really open up completely is just an amazing experience. So I would just like to ask you to feel your connection to Reiki, or just to connect to Reiki again. And then with the help of Reiki, just focus on your feet, focus on your navel chakra, the lower part of your body, and just feel that you are a physical being. Just feel your body and your connection with the earth. Feel your strength. And then bring your awareness to your third eye. And just let Reiki help you open your third eye and feel the spiritual opening, the creativity, the intuition, the ideas, the calm and balance. And then bring your awareness to your heart. Let Reiki help you to open your heart. And feel the love inside, and feel from your heart the connection with everybody else, with the whole planet, with the whole of humanity. And finally, bring your awareness to your crown chakra and just feel, or let Reiki help you to open your crown chakra and really feel this higher connection, our divine spark, our true self. And for a moment, just sit there and feel into being this multi-dimensional being. And then just come back into the here and now. I really feel that this can help us to stay sane, to stay on these higher vibration levels in a crazy world. And wherever we are, we don't even need to close our eyes. Just set your intention to connect to Reiki. Just let Reiki help you to feel your being in a body, to bring your back into your body and ground yourself, to open your third eye and become this higher vibrational, creative, intuitive being, to open your heart and just be love and feel the connection, and to open the crown chakra and feel our true self. I do this several times a day, and I need to do it several times a day. So it's not just about constantly staying on this level. Is this possible at all? It might, but I don't even feel it is absolutely necessary. I feel it's okay to just reconnect regularly, several times a day, to start the day in the morning with Reiki, to raise our vibrations, and then go into the day and be normal, be three-dimensional, but at the same time, in this awareness, there is more to us. Sometimes when I talk with somebody, I just become aware of this higher connection in this conversation, and I just feel it is incredibly helpful and powerful to know that we are always connected. I tend to find that often a conversation changes as well. We can, when we talk to somebody, of course, also just inside, just silently set our intention to connect to Reiki and ask Reiki for help, to understand the person more deeply, to say what is right and helpful for the other person, to just listen, to just be there, to offer energetically what the other person needs right now. And I really feel these are the moments when we are really in our spiritual power and in our amazing true self. And sometimes we just enjoy ourselves. We are in nature, we go to the theater, we watch a film, we see art, we do cooking or gardening or all sorts of things. We play with our children, with the dog, and we're just happy engaging in these things. And this is absolutely perfectly fine. Not only that, it's absolutely necessary. It doesn't take anything away from being spiritual. In fact, it helps us to be even more spiritual, to have these wonderful moments of joy and relaxation. And it's never either or. Everything we do, of course, we do as a spiritual being. And as this spiritual being, we have the access to this wonderful gift of being able to use Reiki as a healing force for other people, feeling the connection and at the same time reaching out and sharing it with other people. And this is what I would like to invite everybody to do right now. Everybody who is here on this show live, and everybody who will watch a replay at a later stage. In fact, if you are taking part now and feel, oh, I could do with some more Reiki in this Reiki share, just reconnect again and stay there. You can just do it one replay after the other and really feel the flow of Reiki. So when you're ready, I would like to invite you to just connect or reconnect to Reiki. And then once you feel the connection, set your intention to connect with everybody else on this Reiki share who's here right now and who will be taking part in a replay in the future. If you've learned Reiki too, just use the distance symbol, the connection symbol, and deepen the connection that you can feel with other people. And then just let Reiki flow. Lean back, relax, and actually just enjoy the experience of the flow of Reiki. Allowing Reiki to help you on whatever level you need Reiki right now. You need healing and help right now. Just allow yourself to relax, to completely relax. Effortlessly let Reiki flow from your hands, from your whole being to everybody else in this Reiki share. And at the same time, allow and feel that you are receiving Reiki. Sometimes while we give Reiki, while we receive Reiki, all sorts of thoughts come into our minds, which is perfectly fine. Other times we're just there. We just are. And then you can bring your hands back together, take a moment to thank Reiki, and come back into the here and now. Slightly longer Reiki share today. I really feel it was important. It just felt right to spend some more time and really feel the connection. And of course, the connection with each other. I'm just so pleased that you're here. I'm so pleased for everyone watching the replay. It is so many more people who watch the YouTube shows afterwards. It's really multiplying. So I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful we are doing all this together, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. If you have an idea about what to talk, which section with aspect, which question to cover in a future show, not just as a short question, but maybe to do a whole show around this topic, then please do send me an email. And otherwise, I just look forward to seeing you again next week. And where are they? There, need to see what I need to press. And I found it now. Have a wonderful rest of the day.